So now we go to our next topic, which is social media.
Social media.
Which is a burden to a lot of people, especially young generation. You find that statistically it's proven that 80% of the teenagers are on social media, and the 20% of the age of 12 to 13, they have balls playing. And you find that, you find out that most people, like 99% of the people, wako na simu. Uwezi pata mtu hata kama kona mema ngapi hadi simu. Reason being that, mzazi will pay for safety reasons. But now you find this thing is affecting us both negatively and positively. Now, what is your perception towards social media? Yeah.
Okay. Social media, to start with, I told you that I'm a social media manager.
Yeah.
I do social media management. And for companies, I do social media management. Actually, I'm the HOD tech department here in Dozi Mission Foundation. To start with, social media, as you have seen that 90% of the youths we are in social media.
Yeah.
And a lot of people today, even maybe you have a young issue. Yeah. And that young sibling maybe at class 2, I'm a class or I'm any other that great. And they have a phone.
Look, it's bad.
It's bad. You find that social media, each and every person that brought the platform, they brought that platform for connections. The inventor of Facebook invented it for connecting people global. TikTok, it started in China. And when TikTok started in China, it was for sharing ideas. Sharing ideas of inventory ideas, like invention ideas. We want to invent this thing. This is the knowledge that I have. Today you are working in a project that is known as the Smart Hip Pad. And that Smart Hip Pad, you want to search for people that have got the same ideas. So how are you going to go about it? You go to social media on TikTok and look for people that are aligned to that thing. So social media, it is not a weapon to cage us. Social media, it is a weapon, it is a tool to connect us. You must look at social media as a weapon, as a tool to connect you, not a tool to cage you. Because the reason unto it is called social media. What is social life? Social life is the social life that you live each and every day. It is not called private media. It is not called personal media. It is called social media. So that you can connect with people out there. You can connect your ideas with people. But now, the same thing that was created for creating, that same thing that was created for connections, has become the same cage that is locking us in addictions. You cannot be able to live 30 seconds without your phone. You cannot be able to live. Enter into a verse. Uwezi ingia kwa gari then uanze kufikiria, unachukua simu unaanza kuscroll. Do you know? You cannot finish all the videos that are in online. Uwezi maliza the episodes ziko TikTok. Hata ukae kwa TikTok, each and every person here has got your own TikTok account and your own social media account. You do post each and every day. Now, this is the percentage that we have here. Now, uko nje, you watu wangapi wenye wana post kila siku? If you approach social media in this thing of, I am going to look for ideas and connectivity of what I am doing, then it is not going to give you addiction. The reason why social media has become our addiction to us, it's because we do not know what we're going to do in social media. We are just going in platforms because we want to see, it's to get excited of watching videos. We are going there because we want just to feel like good, to participate. Umeona kale ka video kana nita kana trend. You don't have the purpose of staying in social media. That is the reason and why you are being addicted to your phone. Yes.
So you have to use social media to bring value.
Social media, you have to use it to bring value. You see? And for me, talking of, I am a social media manager, I will manage your easy. I do take it like, if you're using social media as a source of income, then invest in social media. If you're using it for income. But if you're not using it for income, then have the timeline. This is the time that I'm supposed to be in these platforms. I have my own personal studies. I have my own habits of reading the books. And then I have to distance myself from the social life of many and my own personal. Prioritize your personal life. If you work on your personal life, that personal life, that is where you have the habits of what you give. But you will know how to minimize all the times that you're going to be in social media and the time that you're going to be in personal life and doing your own things. So use it for value and use it with purpose. If you go in a place without the purpose, you're going to mislead yourself. You're going just to stay there because you want, like other people are saying, nitaingia TikTok kwa sababu niliona CEO wako online. Nitaingia online kwa sababu niliona this person wako online. But do I have a motive why I'm staying there? What am I going to look in social media? Because take social media not like a form of excitement and luxury. Yeah, don't take it as a tool of luxury. Take it as a tool of value and purpose. That it is purpose oriented. I'm going to connect to people here and there so that I can build my vision. So that I can build this which I am. Yes.
Like you find that there are people already addicted to social media. The first thing they think of when they wake up, they open their eyes, it's scrolling. And how can you advise these people on the way to cut off this addiction of social media?
If you find that you love social media and you're always on social media, then you don't value yourself. You don't value yourself. We don't value who you are. You're just there because you want to be there, you want to be seen, you just want to be in the connectivity, you just want to be there, but you don't value yourself. The first thing, start by valuing yourself. Value who you are. Know that I am Eri and I do graphics and design. I am Herit and I am in AI engineering. Before I see the video that is trending, have I added knowledge to my course? Have I studied the course that I'm doing? Have I increased the knowledge in my for my course? Have I increased the knowledge? Before I start scrolling, nikichukua hiyo simu yangu nianze kuscroll, have I actually added have I added value in my life? Unless you're scrolling to go and seek for value in social media, then you must value yourself first. Because ushaenda kwa meeting, you find that mko kwa meeting, watu wawili wamepatana mahali fulani, but wanapatana content inaisha. Venye walikuwa nataka kuongea content inaisha. Unapata mtu amechukua simu yake, ameenda TikTok, ameanza to scroll for 10 minutes and they are not going to talk about anything after that. Nati tumeongea wanasaidiana wanaenda. That is it has captured your mind. You see? Do not allow social media to capture your mind. That is one thing that I will urge you. Do not allow it to capture your mind. I told you it is a tool. So build a strategy on how I'm going to use this thing. Build a strategy on how I'm going to work on this. And then, after building the strategy, you are in addiction, you're already addicted on it. Strategies don't matter. Build the strategy and then work out on your behavior. Behavior matters. Behavior is the character is the one that is going to make sure the strategies that you're setting in place are going to be functional or not functional. If you have said that, Nikona time tip, this is the time that I'm supposed to be online. Nikona, I have let me say you are taking a course. Ukokoza oshule, and you're not just doing a course. You know, the problem of Africa is that we are tunaenda shule with the mindset of being dating employed. But why don't you use that opportunity for you to become a source of employment to people? You can employ people. I don't know if you are understanding me. So, if you have not been able to build your company, then if you have not been able to build your company, then know that, the reason until you're going to set the time on social media is because you want to build your profile. Yes, thank you. You want to build your profile. You want to build yourself. You are not making your CV for employment. You are building your profile for your company. So that is one of the reasons that is good to make you to have that time like that nafanikwe online imasa, nafanikingia online lifanye scrolling for 1 hour, and then after that 1 hour, have I gained your vote? Maybe unanagata ku refresh, sindio? Skata you can refresh on online and then see venye watu wanachekeshana, ukiscroll ukipita, but do not refresh too much than what you are earning on social media. Let social media be a cake that will build you. Yes.
Last Saturday, you were told to take small strides, small steps toward breaking an addiction by going somewhere. Now that I'm addicted to social media, and you can't tell me that I just delete everything and stop scrolling. Like she said, the one over how they say that you go for rehabilitation for 6 months, they come back again, find yourself into the same situation. So how are you going to advise me on that?
Do you know, there is this ideology, we call it ideology, and propaganda of the Christians that you're not supposed to be having Facebook and hiyo ilikuwa ile ya hizo maeti. Is you cannot cut something with just siku moja tuamke riseme nimekata. Ati I will not, ati nimeachana na social media, nimeachana na TikTok, nimeachana kukaa hapo. They are if you want to aim high, you aim high to get access. If you want to go high in high places, you don't just jump. Ukiruka utafika. But what about you use the staircases? Utafika up at that place that you want to go. So if you are addicted to this social media, you start by small habits, building small habits. That nilikuwa maybe I am addicted to social media in that I do stay there for the whole day. I'll be scrolling the whole day. I'll be scrolling. What you do is that build now a strategy that is small steps. Set a goal, set a target. That by the end of this month, by the end of this year, nataka ni reduce my time in connectivity huko nje. I want to reduce my time outside there. And what do I want to do? Not outside there, but I want to limit the time that I am in social life, and I want to build my personal life. So build small staircases. So an example of a staircase. Nimekuwa simu naenda nayo kwa deo. Naenda kuscroll nayo hapo pabeni uko nimelao. So do this. Sema, now this is a rule. Hadi sufuria yenye kwa hiyo nyumba ijue. Sufuria yenyewe ijue that this is a rule that has been set in this house that I'm not supposed to go with the phone kwa kitanda. Leave it at, okay, you know, it's not about ningumu, it's the discipline. Discipline yourself. There is nothing that comes easy if you want to achieve. Discipline yourself. That I'm good, you know, yes, I am a social media manager, but when it comes to bill time, I leave everything. Other client and MBA, by the way, we need you to update this. Nani masaa ya kulala? Hiyo tuta-update kesho asubuhi.
What if it's urgent?
How is it urgent na ni mimi nataka kula? How is it urgent? Urgent. Mimi ni hawezi ngoja kesho kuona. Social media is always there. People are always there. They are going to see.
But you know, there are some people who work with international clients. Alafu upate huko kwake ni mapema.
Oh, okay.
Alafu client amemwambia I need this thing right now. Uko client yake anasema if you want provide it na nakupigia mwenye ako hapa sasa hii kwake ni usiku. Anakupigia simu tegea telling you like update that thing now naona mabengo usipulala.
Okay, now that one now is another case, eh? As I say that if you are using social media for income, then invest it. Well, you are using social media for life, eh? You're not using it for income.
Do you mean that do different types?
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah, two different types. Ndio. So if maybe if that client amenipigia ananiambia update this thing at this time, I'll make sure that I may update because that is my source of income. But that is not your source of income. Your source of income, kuna pahali penye unatoaga pesa, si ndio? So you find that set that discipline off, nimeweka simu hapa. Okay, ukienda na simu kwa kitalo unaenda kufanya aje? Uscroll social media kuangalia. Na kina nani wanachekeshana leo?
Reply.
The WhatsApp and I care. Do na kusoma comment section. Okay, that's good. But value yourself. Discipline will come after you value yourself. After you value yourself, that is the time that you will know what I want to achieve at a particular time. So if you know that this is the day that I want to achieve at a particular time, you will set that discipline. Ningumu, as you have said, but discipline matters. Leave it there, enda ukalale. Kesho asubuhi ukiamka, before even you go on social media and tell God, thank you, I've come. This is a new day that you have made for me. I would be glad and I will rejoice and be glad for it. Si umeshukuru na umefanya nini? Then add something of value in your life. Maybe you can just take your phone and maybe kwa Google. Kuna kitu ya umego ukifikiria. By the way, concerning my project, how can I build my project? We have AI today. How can I build my project on this day? How can I build my project on this? How can I build my portfolio? Imekupea, umeandika, you have refreshed, you have done it. Then take your phone. You can go even for refreshment, maybe for 30 minutes. Just scroll. At the end of it all. And ujue bado, social media inapoka algorithm, as I told people, that these platforms are algorithms. And so the things that you have been following, itakuletea. So if you have shown social media that my interest is in banking and finance, my interest is in IT fields, my interest is knowing more about AI, itakuwa inakuletea. So you will be stealing social media, but you are adding value to your life. Yes.
You know, I'm hearing you saying add value to your life. Value is, what is this value you're talking about? Mm-hmm. How do you value ourselves? How do you know that I'm valuing myself?
Valuing yourself is giving yourself the first priority. You prioritize yourself. I am the first priority by day in this. It is not the phone that is going to define me. It is not the substance that is going to define me. It is not the people that are going to define me. I am the one who I say I love. So if, let me say you wanted to start a podcast and you want to start this podcast, but you have zero knowledge concerning the podcast, isn't it? So that is a project that you have. How are you going to value yourself on the same? You're going to say that this time I want to move. I will add knowledge in my mind of how I can go about my podcast. So if you have said that thing that everything that I will be doing, it is adding towards that podcast. You have put yourself as the first priority. That is your validity of your opinions. This is what I understand. And so because of that, I'll make sure that I've done it. Yes.
Well, dopamine is a common in our brain that makes us feel like it's pushing it for a reward. And when you look at social media, you scroll it because you're looking for something that will satisfy. There is cheaper and there is a real one. Once the dopamine is released, so you want to be satisfied. You scroll endlessly. And you find out that once you're done, you're not satisfied. You feel like you're so down. Also in other types of addiction. When you are craving for it. Since the dopamine has been released, you did it. But now you feel like it's not you. Then there's the other one that once you do it, you feel like you are satisfied. So how can we balance the two?
Okay, it depends on the kind of satisfaction that you are looking for. So, what are the satisfaction that you are looking for on social media? I've asked you the question.
Let's say, for example, I saw Sape, and I want to understand more about it. So I scroll a little bit.
What did you say? Is it something that is adding value to your life, or it's just an excitement? Ni kitu ili trend ya mtu fulani.
Trend ya mtu fulani.
Okay, huyo mtu anakusaidia hadi kimaisha?
Asikuwa.
Hakuna kitu anakusaidia na.
But also I don't want to be left behind.
Oh, sure.
I must focus and see.
So you don't want to be left behind. Are you valid the what when you are coupled, you just do you know sometimes impulse, there are things that happens in our life in that they are pushes in our life. They push us because we want to do what? We don't want to be left behind. So they push us to feel like this is the place that we belong. Yet we know that this is not the place that we belong. So ask yourself, yes, I wanted to follow this story. But was I following this story because I want other people not to see me as if I'm a consumer? I followed this story because I wanted to add value in my life.
I want to add value to my life.
You want to add value? Then follow it. If it is adding value to your life, I've said, if it is adding value to your life and what you do, then do it. But if it is not, unajua utaketi ujiulize, by then nilifuata, let me say Eric akona scam. nilifuata skando ya Eric. Ilinisaidia na nini? Wako na skando. Nilijua di. After kujua, nilimfunga. Nilienda tukaketi na mabeshte tukadiscuss your story. After to discuss, then what happened?
Wala. But again, I can comment on that. You find okay, it cannot always be about following someone's story because you don't want to be left behind. Maybe sometimes ni mambo kama football. Like everyone is in. Football many times iko masaa 6 or 10. So like you are there watching until it ends. You so like unataka one ujue imeenda aje because Arsenal is your team. Have to know wamepigwa aje. And then there is this how people talk about such teams hivi. So like you have to be part of it. You can't say that in fact if you'll not be among those who will be talking, kasa you'll be feeling I didn't know it's you're even less valuable because a group will be talking about it and they're like, oh gosh, I don't know about it because I was trying to discipline myself at night. My phone was in the sitting room as I was sleeping, so I never watched.
Thank you because of that comment. Do you know? Okay, would you play? I love that analogy of football. Ask yourself. There is something that I've told you before. Ask yourself. Ukiwa peke yako. The reason and why I did this, was it because of a push that I don't want to feel like left out, or is it because this is who I am? They can be talking about football. By the way, I do speak and I do say that. Maybe I'm not good in football. I'm not good in football. But see, if they talk about it, just listen. Listen. Ni group mko na watu wengi hapa hivi. You are not in it, or maybe you are in it. Juu ukikuja kwa ile maswali yenye ya, this is what the question yenye umejiuliza. Am I in it or I'm just pushing myself because of an impact? That one will, now that is the code of everything. Am I following this thing because I don't want to feel like I'm left behind, but or am I doing this because this thing is my hobby? I love football and I want to be part of it. Football is sports. And it's good. I love it and I want to be in it. You see? But you have not given all your time in it. You have not invested all your time in it. I'm not saying you go and invest all your time in it. Make sure that you balance between the two. Balance between the time that you are doing this and the time that you are doing this. You can be updated. You can be updated. Okay, mimi nakoga wa Arsenal lakini nakoga ni yule fan wa Arsenal. Mwe ako tu. Oh, fako number 1. Ni sawa. And you don't know even walicheza lini. You don't know hata walicheza. But that one should not give you like the push up. I want to also feel like I belong. It is not only that one thing that makes you to feel like you belong. Imagine you can fail to discuss about football, but when it comes to spiritual matters, you are good. You can fail to speak about what is trending on social media, but when it comes to implementing things to life, you are good in it. So it depends also about your company. No, hawa watu wanapenda hivi. So there is a way that I'm going to stay with them like this, but I want to control myself when it comes. Because I've come to understand that this was just an impact. Nikitu ilikuwa inanipush out of the mind. Kunipush to do this, but that is not who I am. So I will invest too much time in what I am. Because also, kuna watu wenye nalanga waki live stream. Someone is live streaming a sermon. You're like this, they're streaming a sermon because you want to get something from that sermon. And another person will be live streaming the same sermon. Why? Because they want to say and to speak. By then, ulisikia venye Pastor Shero alisema. Ulisikia venye Pastor Jamrika alisema. Is it? Challenge you. Yeah, like, hey, but you are challenge. It is not because of the benefit that they are getting of that place, but it is because of the push of the friends that they are. So know how to differentiate between, first of all, ukienda kwa nyumba, ask yourself, when you are alone, this thing that I am doing, am I doing it out of a push, or am I doing it out of, this is who I am? Am I doing it because I don't want to feel like rejected in the community, or am I doing it because this is my passion?
This is my passion. Mm-hmm. You have to prioritize yourself. Pray. Buying myself. You have to know who you are. Why you know. You don't have to follow your peers. You don't have to follow anybody. It's you and you by yourselves. All right. So, my physical audience, my viewers, and all of us, if you have any question concerning what you've talked about, please be free to ask. But check if you can look if they have any question. Physical audience, if you have any questions, just
It's like I'll be something to ask.
is everything done in So, Ellie, now that you don't have question, can you summarize what you've just talked about? So, because maybe somebody has joined right now, so I'll matter come to me, and then if you could summarize it.
Okay, concerning additions and some acceptance, the first thing that you're supposed to do is know how to deal with the impulses. Know how to deal with them. And after knowing how to deal with the impulses, when you have asked yourself, was I being offensive on this, or I did it out of a good decision? No. As I told you that denial comes from a system of protection from the mind. Or not from the mind, but from the nerve system. It's a way of protecting me. So when you are somewhere, ask yourself, by the way, because I joined this Kipobil when we were tulikuwa mahali fulani tukifanya kitu fulani, am I part of it, or is it? First of all, ask yourself, what is the value that is adding in my life? What is this thing that is doing in my life? Why am I in this? What is the impact that this thing is bringing to me and even to those people that are around you? If you find that it is a negative impact and you have not been able to overcome it, then go and seek for help. Like watu wanasema nitaenda sasa kutafuta mtu mwenye atanisaidia kutoka kwa banki na walijuani. Na Kanda, they have a free code. Those in Vision Foundation, we have a free code. Reach out to us and we know how we are going to go about it. We are professionals that are in this field and they are going to help you. It's only that you stay in the cage when you don't seek for help. If you don't seek for help, you continue to be in that cage. But if you seek for help, then you're going to come out of the cage. Now, when it comes to social media, do not let social media to define you. You are the person who you are outside social life. The person that you are. Value your personal life. Because social life is not all about... social life is not just about kukua nje na watu. Even social media is a social life. So, wakati anasema unajua mimi nataka kukua peke yangu tu na simu nikiscroll. Ukiwa peke yako kwa simu ukiscroll, you are not private. What you are is you are experiencing the social. It's only that it is connection that you cannot see. It is not physical, it is online. So value your personal progress. Yes.
Amazing. Now, to give it a bullet points, you just have to know yourself, be disciplined, and value yourself. We're coming to the end of the show, and it's been amazing. And Eric was our guest. As he talked, he said a lot of things, and I hope that it brought an impact into your life. This was Beyond the Walls. This is where we break barriers and build bridges. Don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms at TikTok, Instagram, IG, Facebook at Tudozi Mission Foundation. We are here for you. We are here for help. We are here to help you, and we are here to love you. So don't die alone. Don't be depressed alone. We will be always there for you. Thank you so much. I've been your host, Yugi Shelo. Thank you for joining.